I wish I could take you somewhere else.
Welcome to Crystal One-on-One. We're on location at Le Chateau, Brasserie Belge. I am Crystal, and today I'm with the lovely Solome Basuta. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
It's a busy season. So I think I'm telling myself I am okay.
Yes,
No,
because end of the year is a very busy season for you.
it's like everyone decides this is when events should happen, and this is when they need you to come and sing, and they call you 2 days before. And yeah. So it's
that's
busy.
a good. Okay,
It is
well,
a
the
good
2
thing.
days before.
So bad. I say like a week before I say, so are you free this Saturday? I'm thinking, time. No, but I'm good. I'm enjoying the
But those are blessings, hey?
Yeah, they
those
are.
blessings.
They are.
You were talking about your hair, because I was saying big hair. What does
I
your
got
mom
my
say about
afro.
your hair? What does your mom say about your hair?
So each time I put it on, Mommy looks at me and says, sort of, it's too much.
I hope you told her this is how it's supposed to be.
And you should have seen her back in the day. She had an afro.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm thinking, no.
But there's always something about our parents. You always have to like kind of stand your ground.
And
Like,
say,
I love you, mommy.
Yeah.
But this is how it's
who I
supposed to be. Because I remember my mom growing up talking about short skirts, right? And I'm like, oh, that's short.
Are you
Oh, that's
serious?
so short. Then I found some pictures of her when she was like 20.
That
These
she was-
ones. I'm like, mommy,
But
really?
how did they handle, man?
And she's like, no, those days were different. I'm like, how? Your whole entire
Was
leg
there?
without. Anyway, times are different.
Yeah, I know. But I think my parents, because they're quite older, so I think, bringing life to them and say, oh, I wonder what she's going to do today. Not here, so.
So you were a child who came along late for them? Does that mean there are many siblings before you?
Like 30. No, but I'm being.
You will get in trouble for that.
But you know those things of funerals where you find out like you have like 20 other siblings. No, Bambi, no. But we are 5.
Okay.
And I'm the last of them.
You're the baby.
I'm the baby. And the recent story I found out, not even from my mother. You know how you're thinking, oh, I'm special. So they decided like to wait and like, I was an oops. Not a bad oops. It's just that she went to the hospital. And then she told the doctor that, Musa, what do I change? I feel something moving. So they checked.
Something moving?
They told her, Mchala Mugan, I know more now. So that was the revelation of Solome into the earth. But yes, I'm the last of 5.
Well, the unexpected blessings that come all the time. So,
By the way.
But you're not the only one. I am very sure for many of us, we were oops moments. But then they said, but of course we always wanted you.
Of course,
Like,
yes.
How did you want me when you didn't know I was on my way?
I was there.
But it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you grow up? Where were you born? Were you born in Uganda?
I feel like saying I was born like in Scandinavia. What's that anyway? No, but yes, I was born in Kampala, Uganda.
Okay.
I was born at Mulago in the night. That's what my sister says because she was older. So Mulago, I was born. My mom's village is where Sajana Nkumbi. I'm really a Kampala kid.
Okay.
My dad is Katoke, so it's not very far from here. So I was really born here. Kampala kid, went to Kampala school.
Which one?
I went to Kampala kindergarten, Mrs. Mulumba.
Yes,
Oh.
very famous kindergarten.
Yes, and it was like the bougie one at that time, so that was really nice. Then after that, I went to Kitate Primary School. There's a school near the museum by the roadside. No school is so dear to your child. Anyway, we all remember that anthem.
Is this where the love for singing was born? Because I can just imagine a little you standing in front singing loud and proud.
And the one who is always the loudest in the choir anyway. No, but I think I love the arts right from there. I think from Kitate Primary School. And I think my first award was Best Actress.
Best Actress?
Yes, Best Actress in P what or P5. Some drama, those dramas that were so weird. But anyway, yeah, one of those dramas. So I think it kind of started like from my young age, being in the creative scene. So I was in primary school. Then I went to Gaza High School.
Oh, Gaza.
It's a way of passage in our family. My mother was in Gaza Junior School. She was a head girl there. Gaza High School, deputy head girl there. My sister was in Gaza High School, deputy head girl. I better not get this wrong because they'll be watching. Or head girl, one of those. So it's like when you're growing up in my home, you're thinking we either go to Gaza High School or Budo.
So that's it. Those are the only two options.
Yeah. Okay, maybe Makerere College School came in later on, but those were the schools. So I went to Gaza High School and I felt like, oh my God, I'm like keeping the family values. Yes, I am in Gaza High School. So I was there from S1 to S4.
Then Makerere College?
Then Makerere College after. I didn't make it back. I didn't get enough. I don't remember how many points I got. I don't want to be like someone who said the other number. But yeah, I don't remember how many points I got. But I didn't do well. So I went to college school, which was already good anyway. Because one, I was near home.
Yes.
Because we grew
So you
up,
were a day scholar or you went into boarding?
I went into boarding hostel at the time. But we grew up on campus. So my mom was a senior lecturer at Makerere University. My dad was a professor also at Makerere University of Math. Yeah, he's very science.
So your family was very educated, very much about education,
yes,
I can imagine.
And academics. So we grew up there. So going to college school was almost being like,
Yeah, you were just walking down the road. Yeah?
Thank you. Yeah. So college school was really, really good. I think for me, it opened me up. Gaza High School is very good because it gave me my foundation of singing, because I was in the choir led by Mrs. Guerrier, who taught us very classical singing, so hymns and things like that. And then of course we always had those music, dance and drama things, so I was involved in that. But I feel Gaza High School gave me the very good foundation of singing and being trained and your vocals and whatever. But yet I felt college school kind of opened me up to much more of the create, because they're so, I think for them they allow a lot of co-curricular activities.
Yes,
it's not about the books. So I felt like, oh, I'm in my space. So I was in music, I was dance, I was in drama, as a prefect. So I was really like in it. And I was really excited because we used to have what we called MAPA.
Yes.
So we're in college school.
Second term.
Oh wow, there we go. Okay.
Just speaking to the choir.
Okay. So MAPA was really like, for me, it was like the highlight of my year. I was thinking, oh yes, let's do this. So acting and singing. And so I think for me, college school really opened me up to start thinking that, oh, this is like really awesome.
Okay.
This is great, and I can kind of spread my wings.
So in Gayaza, you talked about the choir. So was it more about gospel? Did you ever have like a chance to do any productions, and was aside from gospel music?
Yeah. So I was in the choir, I was in the worship team, but also I was in the drama. There was a drama club which I was in, and went to Namiliango. I remember in S1, oh my God, I was so scared because I was seeing boys. And these boys were like, and those Namiliango boys, okay, at that time, I don't know how they are now. They just felt like so menacing and like, we're gonna eat you, and like, I was like, no! And I was really sheltered. I really grew up in so sheltered.
Okay. Like the big bad wolves.
I know,
They're going to eat me.
These are the people they told us about anyway. So yeah, but I was in that kind of space. So yes, I was exposed more away from the gospel scene, definitely into acting. I think acting and a bit of, was there singing? No, it was just mostly acting that I kind of was exposed to.
So do you see yourself going back into acting?
Yes, it's on like my life plan, which I actually even revised this year, and I put there, I would like to enter acting. Hopefully.
You'd like to start acting again?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking if we go all the way back to P5, and your first award was, that's normally like God trying to say, you know, even this thing here
is also there. Yeah, so yes, I would definitely like to go into
But I find that in music as well, I mean, you do incorporate that, especially when it comes to your music videos as well.
Yes,
there's a big element of acting.
Yes, definitely.
For some people, it's a challenge. They're just happy to sing, but then the cameras are like, what do I do? So, never been an issue for you?
No, actually, I think I was one of those kids of like, put me on a stage and we're good to go. I think it's fun. It's like playing, I don't know, it's like it's fun. It's like being in a toy house and I can try this, I can do this, I can do this. Yeah, so for me it was like, let's do this.
So what did you do in school? Because after Makerere College, where did you go after that?
After college school, I did PCME Con, which no one should do in their lives. If your child comes and said, "Oh, no, you don't do it." Anyway, no, it's really it was a hard combination for me. It was really, really hard. And
did you see yourself doing more of the arts, and you just kind of found yourself there?
As one of those kids, Crystal, that I just followed what was there. I'm the last born, so I followed what my siblings were doing. Most of us did, not most of us, all of us did sciences. Just known into my mom's side, because my mom is an artist. She's a painter and all that, and she also used to act and sing and what. So she's
now you are,
there.
Right?
You go. But because my siblings, as the follower, so even my elder brother, the one I used to follow when we were young, he used to go and do basketball. So I decided, I'm going to do basketball. So I used to try out basketball. So swimming, everybody at home did swimming. So I do swimming. So we used to play ninja. I was green ninja because my brother played ninja and there's no one else to play with. So as I grew up following. So even when I was in like Gaza High School and I was choosing a combination after S4, I was thinking, I don't know what I want to do. And when you don't know what you want to do in my family, something shall be decided for you. So in S4, I was thinking, I don't know what to do. Then my dad said, you could do this, you could do that. I said, okay, let me do sciences. My dad is a scientist, maybe it's in my blood. So I chose PCM. I got 5 points, which was sad because when you go home and all your friends are getting like, those amazing points, A, B, blah, 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 blah. Then you just get 5 points and you're thinking, I got 5 points. That's really sad.
Yeah.
So I cried. I didn't cry. I wept. I remember I sat in my parents' bedroom, and at home my dad gets all the results. So he says, "Solome," and he's such a gentle
Was
guy.
it like an unveiling? Oh Lord, I'm just imagining you're like,
I know. And he was such a. I think. Okay, let me not say this, but I think the expectation wasn't like, okay, she's going to get A, B, B. But neither is she going to get like the worst of the worst. At least she will be,
Somewhere.
So I remember we sat on the bed, and then my dad, he's so gentle when he's been telling you bad news. So he said, "So Solome, twakoze bulungi nnyo. Hey, don't worry. That time they had the plan of." At that time, I had a sibling in the States, so he was saying, "No, don't worry, we could talk to him, and you could go to the States and start to do something." Then I got excited. Maybe I could. Anyway, really. But when they showed me my results, I was thinking, "Oh wow, 5 points." And then I thought, so what am I going to do with my life with 5 points? And interestingly, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at all. I did a diploma in computer networking, which my brother had done before. And so he said, so this is the plan. And at that time, my mindset was, if there's a plan, let's go with that plan. I have no plan. Let's go with that plan.
At this point, you didn't, at no point you thought about singing?
No.
Wow.
At all.
So you never even considered it like there could actually be a career path there?
No.
Whether it's singing or drama or anything?
For me, it was, in life, you go through school, after school, you go to campus, after campus, you work after work, you get married after marriage, you get children. There we go. That's how life is.
Bam.
Yeah. So they came with a plan for computer, and I decided, okay, let's do computer. And interestingly, it was like a 180 turn. I was doing extremely well. I was on top of my class.
So you were just doing the right thing before for you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
so I think so as well. I say that because I've talked to very many people who try to do something that is not meant for them, and they're failing at it. And then when they find something else that just resonates, then they start to excel.
Yeah.
And that might be it, really.
I don't know. I think, I don't know, but also my mindset going into that diploma was, I am going to read.
Yeah.
I am going to always read. Like I went with a thing of I have to do well, and I'm going to apply myself. So I think I was very like, I used not to like, it was always books, home. I had books, home, church, books. Like that was my life. And so so I did that. It was for a year. But even at that time, then I was also at that time attending St. Francis Chapel. So I was in church productions and singing. I used to do everything. I was acting and singing and dancing all at the same time. And that was fun. That was good to get back into and enjoy. And still then I didn't know what I wanted to do. Still it was the plan of, I'm doing school, let's do school. So I finished my diploma, I did well. Then I went to do a degree in computer science.
Okay. So
I did that, and I was doing well. What did I get? Oh, I got an upper second, so it was good. I was really applied in my class. In discussions? It was really good. I think I enjoyed campus, both the co-curricular definitely, singing and acting, and it was in my second. I think second year. Yeah. Second year is when I joined. There's a friend of mine created a group at that time called Talitha Kumi. So 2 boys and 3 girls. Singing.
All right.
So that was like the first time of like, oh, okay, this is fun. But still, it was a hobby. It wasn't like a.
So it was just for fun.
Just for fun. Let's do something that's different. So we did that for like I think a year or 2, and it was really, really nice. Creating music, I started enjoying creating music and thinking about harmonies and thinking about that was really, 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 really nice. And I enjoyed that time because I think then I grew more as a singer. I felt
that's kind of the time for you where you started becoming a musician.
I think starting to not even think about it, but thinking, this can be serious, not even as a career, but like, I see myself singing all my life, but not as a career, but just like a hobby, And because at home, the brother who I follow does computers and swimming, and so he does both those things at the same. So I was thinking, I'm going to be like my brother, be singing or creatives, and still continue with my computers. Yeah. So in my second year, I just thought like, this could be kind of serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we did that, and then after that, the lady who was leading the group, she's called Nora Iluko Nsaiga, and she then introduced me to. No, not at that time. No, that finished. Then I finished campus, and then got a job. We always get a job after that, and I got a job. My first job was in. Where was it? Some small company. I don't remember it, but I was doing user support, tweaking computers. My mouse can't work. My MS Word, my CPU. So I did that for very few months because I used to go to work like by 9.
Okay.
It wasn't an early kind of job. So my dad said, this job is not good.
It's not good for you.
You need to go for a job where you're there by 8 or 7:30. I think, because this job was really flexible. Like if you finish your work, you finish your work.
You can leave. So you can leave at 2 p.m.
3, and go and do my music and acting. And so I was really excited about that.
Oh.
Then I think he said, she's going to play. So my dad is very
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, and yet gentle at the same time. But then, so he said, we need to get another job. So he was able to get me into Bank of Uganda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I started Bank of Uganda in 2007.
2007?
I think 2007, yeah. That's when I started Bank of Uganda in the IT department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're in the banking
I was
system.
in the banking system. But I was excited because I was thinking, I'm in the bank. And then I had my eldest brother in the bank. So you see, like it's a whole family affair.
Yeah. So you were still finding your way.
Still finding my way. I think I'm still following my family and I had not, like even right now when I find people who after campus they start their own businesses, I kind of envy them and thinking, oh wow, like you know what you want to do. Or you meet a kid who says, after S6 and they're starting to, I don't know, play piano and they want to really get into music. Like I have my nephew, he really wants to get into music. He has already gone to a producer and done like a rap. I was thinking, wow, I wish I had that at the time.
Yeah, but I think everyone's journey is different.
I think everyone's journey is different. Yeah. So I started the bank. I was excited. I was with my elder brother. So hey, he's looking out for me. Anyway, I still had that mentality. So I did that for a while.
Did you enjoy it?
Did I enjoy it? For a while I enjoyed it. Then I got uncomfortable at a certain point. I don't know, I just felt like I want to do more. I just started
like,
getting...
Is this it?
I was just thinking...
So at that point, when you're working at the bank, were you still pursuing your music as well? So you're still able to do both?
Yes, I was still doing both. And then actually, when I was in the bank, that's when my friend Nora introduced me to Maurice Kyria to back up for him. And that was my first time like, oh my God. This is like, right where I was like, having so much malo. The first time I met Maurice, I was thinking, oh my God, I didn't know who he was. All I knew is Nora told me there's this guy, he has and that time I was doing Maurice Kyria Experience. So there's this guy, he's amazing. Oh my God, he has just said his night. What? And I thought about you to do his backup. It would be good for you to kind of expose you and start to think about that.
Wow.
So she's actually the person who first kind of dropped the seed in my mind, like, you know what? This could be something. So the first time I met Maurice, I was like, wow. And he was cute. And I said, Jesus, hold my heart. Oh, no, so he was cute. And then he was singing well. And it was my first, like, stepping into that space. And it was interesting. I was in a club. Okay, it was a clubbish, bar-ish kind of thing. So it was like learning the ropes.
A very different environment.
It was a very different environment. I was backing up with another friend of mine called Solome. So we're like friends and thinking, oh my God, we're here. It was fun. And Maurice was really good at like directions or sound I want to hear. But he invited us to his home, so we used to rehearse at his home, met his family. So it was really inclusive and it made me comfortable. It wasn't feeling like, oh, so detached. So that was my first kind of stepping out into that scene. So I was balancing Bank of Uganda and this. So I did IT department for a while, and then I transitioned out of that into communications department, still in the bank.
Okay.
And I was head of a website.
Okay.
For Bank of Uganda.
All right.
And that was good for a while. But then I started feeling uncomfortable. I think that was like 2013, 2012, 2013. I don't know, I was just feeling, I don't know, there must be more. And I think also on the other hand, the music thing was growing because after backing up for Maurice Kyria for a year, then I went and was the lead singer for Pragmore Jazz Band.
Yeah.
And we used to do nights at Serena poolside. And that's when I really started thinking like, okay, you know what? I really like doing this. And I think I should really like get in serious with this. And I think for me, being with Maurice Kyria was really a good space for me. I think it was like a good introduction into the scene, like, oh, this is how it could be, With Pragmore, he really trained me to jazz and soul, and he's a really, really good friend. So he really took me under his wing and said, okay, now let's train in this. And he was suggesting songs, and we grew as a band, and we were very experimental at that time. We used to have DJ Twonjex, we had a DJ. So it was really like a cool vibe.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that space. I felt like I think I started to kind of start to feel like, okay, I think this is Solome.
Okay.
I think this is what she likes.
So at the time, so with your banking job, you're starting to feel like, okay, this is not the right fit. Okay, but I have to take you back.
Yes.
You mentioned something so casually and then moved on. You said one of the reasons you were sleeping at school was witchcraft. A lot of people don't openly talk about that. What's your experience? And how were you even able to figure that out?
There's a lady who was working at, so we had a house help who was working with us since the firstborn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was, you like.
Yeah, she was like my second mom, really. Like if my mom wasn't around, you knew there was still mommy because she used to discipline, she used to talk to you, she was like really, really good. And it was I think just it coming out was really sad, because I think for her, she felt like, oh, I want to stay in this home, you know, I want to yeah, I want to stay in this home. So she decided like, oh, you know, we're going to witchcraft, you know, to stay here, do something to stay here. And I think with witchcraft, I don't know if she grew up with it. I don't know if that was her thing. Maybe she grew up with it. It's always that sometimes you're thinking, oh, I want to stay here, but then in there is like a hate thing, but then I don't want them to grow to a certain point, you know. So my sister is very prayerful and that. So during that time, she was just in a season of prayer and that came up like, oh, there's something happening at home. And we're all thinking, oh, really? You know how you're not like, you're so oblivious, like, whatever. And then it was just revealed with some ladies who were praying with, like, oh, she's doing this. And when she was confronted, she first refused and said, no, you know, no, Mopai, it is da, 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 da. And then later she just said, okay, yes, I was doing this. Yeah.
And this is someone who'd been in the family for years.
And she's, you know how you're thinking, you're thinking, oh, I think that at that time we're thinking, oh, let's fly her out and let her go and see our siblings. As in, we're thinking she's family. This is family. And so it was such a betrayal for us. So I think eventually when we did find out that was happening at home, I think a few years later, like 3-4 years later, because we shifted away from campus, and after my parents retired, then we went to Makindye where we live now. And so she came with us at that time. So it's during that season that we found that out. So she actually later on, we let her go. But she still remained family. Yeah. Because even after a few years later, my sister got married, years later, she fell sick. So we really are her children. So we actually went back and so we went back and yeah.
I'm sorry. Did she pass on?
The makeup. No, but
that's a life lesson there.
Yes, so when she was sick, we went and helped her and took care of her, and even in her will, she left things for us, and so we did reconcile. At the end of the day, we reconciled, and at least the departure wasn't like, oh, we hate you. It was like, it's okay, we forgive you, and we let you go. Yeah. So that was an interesting time. I didn't even know that was there. Anyway, oh, that was still there in me. But yeah.
No, I mean, so that was, you said she was part of your life for so long.
Yeah,
so
and
long.
I think it's.
And I'm happy that you were able to reconcile, because when someone's been part of your life for so long, they are a piece of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people make mistakes. Even your family make mistakes.
I know. Your own sister can do. Yeah. So
forgiveness is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. It really, really is. And I'm glad we did that. I think if we had held on, sometimes when you hold on to unforgiveness, it's like a cancer. It eats you up and what. So even when we speak of her right now, it's with fond moments like, oh, Kale Margaret, hey Margaret, now Jukina Margaret. Yeah. So it's with fond, memories that we speak of her. So I'm glad.
Okay. Okay, we wanted to know what happened. Okay, so I'll take you back to the bank, and you started to feel, okay, I need more. This is not enough.
I needed more, and I think because...
Was it also the people you're working with who were also saying,
you could do this?
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't my work was work. And I made lovely friends at work. But I think it was when I was in this space, I kind of started to feel that, can I do this? Can I really, really do this?
Were there any musicians you were looking up to at the time?
No, at that time I think it was Pragmo who was in the scene, because he was doing that full time. And also Maurice Kiria, because I'd backed up when I was thinking, oh, so if he can do it, maybe maybe I could try and do it. But at that time, at that time I was attending Worship Harvest Ministries, so I had friends in there who just kept saying, I think you could do this. You know, it's just, you know how people just say, have you thought about doing this? But not even full time, they're just thinking, continue in the bank, but start to think of music as a thing, like start to really think about it. And so I said, okay, you know what, maybe let me start to think. And so I started getting uncomfortable. And with the creatives and the arts, for me as Solome, I just feel that I'm touching someone's life, like directly. You know, if I'm singing to Crystal or I'm singing whatever song and I see how the song impacts her, she's like, oh my God, I love that song. Oh, you know, I feel like, oh, I've added something to someone's life. I've touched someone's life. So I was working on the website and I was thinking, how am I touching someone's life with this website? So literally, this was my line of thought. I was thinking, so maybe as I post these rates and dollars and, you know, someone's business out there is changing. So they're like, oh no, but I had like, at the same point I was just thinking, this has to make sense. It wasn't making sense to me, like, but I want to touch someone's life. I want to sing and someone's life has changed. So that's when I really started getting uncomfortable. I started to think like, I think I want to leave.
Okay.
So 2013, I went before my parents.
I was waiting for this. Your dad. What did he say?
So we're a very close family. So when you're making decisions, everybody knows what decision. Okay, no, they don't know the exact decisions, but everybody kind of has an input.
Hey, is it like a family meeting?
No, at that, yes, for Solome, most of her things are family meetings. For Solome, yes. For my siblings, I don't think they do have, no. For Solome, yes. So we sat down with my mom, with my dad, and my siblings at that time. 2 of them, I think, my brothers. So we sat, I said, so guys, I'm not happy at the bank.
Okay.
I'm not, and I said I'm not doing well. So for Solome, if I'm not invested in something, you can sense, and I don't do it well. Like, I just drop the ball and yeah. So I wasn't doing well. And so I told them, guys, I'm not doing well. So I feel that I want to do something different and I want to do music. I'm happy there and I'm enjoying it. This is what my mother did. So my mother was like, wait, okay, mama is a drama queen. Then my dad, of course, is very scientific, so he's not a drama. So he said, oh, okay. Kati, so what do you want to do? Hey, I want to do music, what? Hey, okay. Hey, Solome.
Like slowly trying to think.
Yes, like, okay. So, after that shock, then they said, but you know, Solome, you can't do both. You see your brother, he's swimming. Oh, he's a national swimmer. I just need to put it out there. And so, he's a national, he's swimming, and he's doing the bank because he works at Stanbic Bank. So you can do both. Like, what's stopping you from doing both? And I said, no, but I'm not happy here. I really feel like I need to start doing this. My mother was just drama queen.
Like, oh my God.
Solome, you know me, Jewa. Anyway. So at the same point, then I said, you know, because I'm so used to following people and voices, so there were like 5 voices doubting me. So I was thinking.
So did you start doubting as well?
Of course, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm wrong. So my dad said, you know what? And first of all, I didn't have a plan. I think as kids or youth, if you're going to do something and you're going to tell someone older, just have a plan.
Yes. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then this.
Like as if a 2-week plan at least or something. But I had no plan. All the plan was, I'm leaving the bank. I'm going to do music. Like, okay, where are you going to start from? Have you talked to anyone? No, I want to do this. So I didn't have a plan.
Okay.
So since Solome didn't have a plan, she didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
So I went back to the bank. To work.
Yes.
Because I didn't have a plan, but I was so unhappy.
Oh.
I was really unhappy, and I think my parents didn't know that I was really unhappy. I was just, wake up, let's go, let's go. So, and it showed because you had to show up at work like what, by 8, I used to show up at work like 9:30. Like I really wasn't happy. I know, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. 9:30.
Everything in you was just fighting.
Was like, I need to go. I need to go. So 9:30, you're having so many back and forth meetings with your supervisor. So Solome, what's wrong? I think you need to change this. Solome, so how can we help you? And it almost took me back to failing, you know, where I was in school, coaching, and I was thinking, God, I failed at this again. So I really wasn't doing well. And at this point, I think when 2014, I was really uncomfortable. And I said, I think if I remain here, I won't leave. And so I started to really think of leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
This time with a plan.
This time with a plan. So that plan kind of.
So you did like another year.
I did another year. And then I thought of, okay, so at that time, then I met another gentleman. He's called Pastor Njoro of Mavuno at that time. So he just told me, so what do you want to do with life? Wow, what's your life plan? They're very serious things. So I said, I don't know, but I think I want to do music and stuff. I think I want to do music. I said, oh, okay. So I said, oh, okay. So he invited me to a program. It's called Discovery. It's in Nairobi. So you could do this for a year as you figure out what you want to do. Oh, so I said, plan. Let's do this. So I thought, okay. And so this time, I went with the conversation to my family. I am leaving. Not that
I have decided.
I have decided. That was the first Solome decision that I have ever made.
Good on you.
21. I know. I was like, yes. The most scary decision, but yes. So I did. I didn't even think about, oh, where is money coming from? Because I was leaving the bank, which is very good. Very great benefits. All I was thinking is, I want to live a very fulfilled life, and the bank was not that.
It was not giving you that
anymore. So I went to my parents. I remember it was Christmas 2014, and I sat with them and I told. At this time, I think everyone is happy. It's Christmas, really. No one can get annoyed with you. So I just sat with them. I said, "So guys,
perfect timing.
Perfect timing. I am leaving the bank next year."
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving the bank. So what are you going to do? In time it wasn't refusing. It was, okay, she has decided. So I think let's go with her.
Yeah, and I think there was also the first landing, the soft landing before, which was like, now by the time she's back here again, now she really wants to do it.
Yeah, so I said, okay, so what are you going to do? I said, oh, I'm going to Nairobi. I'm going to do I think it was a leadership, discipleship kind of thing. So, okay, that looks okay. You can go. My elder brother said, you know what? You're above 18, as in how much can we now start making you like, this is a decision you made? Okay.
This is what you want to do.
This is what you want to do. It's your life. And that's the first time I had that line, it's your life. I was thinking, wow. Okay. So Solome, you're going to start making decisions for yourself. So the next year, which is 2015, then I started planning for my concert. First concert, my debut concert. I said this, it was sold out. 700 people. Golf Course Hotel. It was my first concert. It was an awesome concert. It was a very good introduction for me to the music space. Very encouraging, I think, for me to have that people actually, because I did some of other post music, but I did Solome music and
as
people
well.
Really loved it. And so then after that, doors opened. So I had Blankets and Wine. Then I had Kwela Junction. Kwela, curtain raised at Kwela. So I was thinking, wow, I am making it. This is the life. This is what? Anyway, I needed to be doing. Yeah, so I did leave the bank. I left in September 2015. I left the bank.
Okay. So would you say that's when you really started your professional music career?
Yes, that is when I started it.
Okay.
And at that time I thought I was going to Nairobi. Then didn't work out. I think that was a trick of God, just to give me a plan so that I could get out. And then,
something to focus on.
So
you would move forward.
Thank you. And then but it didn't work out. And it was okay. I guess when I stepped out of the bank, and I just felt like, I don't know. Then I shared with people who I work with and I'm accountable to, and I was thinking, oh, some of this I'm going to Nairobi. They said, okay, Nairobi, okay. Okay. But eventually I just felt like, maybe not yet.
This is not it.
Yeah, let's first do this music thing. So I did that.
That's a big decision. There's so many people who probably feel the same, but they never have the courage to actually do that.
Yeah, and it was, I think, I debated that decision because I was thinking I'm leaving a very comfortable space. Apart from the money, it's just
stability.
Yeah, stability. You know, if I have health issues, where am I going to go? You know, so where am I going to get money? And when I did leave the bank, the money wasn't a lot. 2015 was a great year. 2016 was the beginning of understanding what the industry is about, what business is about. It's not just singing. And so 2016 was a rude introduction. Like rude. Like, okay, you thought you were, by the way, by the time I ended 2015 Crystal, I thought I was Beyonce. Like, we're going international. We're going to take over the world. 2016 began, first of all, it began with me going to a vocal coach. So at that time, I was working with a friend of mine, who is now eventually my manager. And so she said, your voice, because she's very like, she's very blunt. She's black and white. She does not hide things from me, which is really good.
Everyone needs a friend like that.
Yes.
Someone who's going to tell you, no.
That's not it. So we had finished 2015. So we started 2016. And she said, but Solome, I think you need a vocal coach. I was thinking, I'm amazing. Like, my vocals are awesome. I don't care, I didn't tell her that, but you know, in my heart you're thinking, why is she telling me that? Anyway, so eventually we met a gentleman called Fred Wallace. He listened to my first album and he said, it's a nice album, but there's something missing. Thinking, you know, so as creatives, when you tell them that, it's like you're saying
it's not good enough.
It's not good enough. And I'm picking from someone who says, you know, it's like telling your baby they have a big nose. Like you're like poking at something that's so dear to them. So when you told me my album was like something missing, how dare you say something is missing? Like, I put in my heart in here. We paid for how many songs? Yeah, I sang like amazingly. And I pulled a tantrum in my heart. I'm one of those, like, I do things in my heart, I don't mess up.
Oh, really? So she has this big smile.
Oh, yeah, but inside,
on the inside, like,
totally. Yeah, like, I will not do this. Yeah. So, 2016, we started working with him. And so he grilled me. So we used to meet, that time it was, I think, thrice a week. And then introduced me to all. So I used to do, like, little voice drills, like, like 5 minutes before a show, or 6 minutes, like, you're thinking, this is amazing, I've done my thing. So he said, I think he asked me, so how long do you rehearse for? I said, I only rehearse when I have a band and we're going to go for an event. I said, no, personal rehearsal. Do you have personal rehearsal? I said, no. I said, okay, so you need to, the ideal rehearsal time should be 8 hours a day.
I'm sorry, what?
8 hours a day.
What?
I know.
Is that even humanly possible?
Oh, yes. And they do it.
So are those the Beyoncés of this world? I mean, who does that?
They do. But of course, if you think about it, if you're doing this as your full time,
so you,
and you have everybody
do
else,
like 4 hours in the morning, and then you get 8 hours.
8 hours a day. And of course, if the ideal thing would be everybody else is doing your work. So you're not in social media, not in doing, all you're doing is just, you come in studio, you do your personal time and then record. That's all you're doing. But of course in Uganda, you're juggling. Yeah. So the ideal is 8 hours a day.
Okay.
So he said, okay, but for you, let's start with 3 hours. I said, what am I going to do in 3 hours? So he said, drilling me and said, okay, so we're going to start. So he took me through voice drills and scales. And so he said, so this is what you need to start doing on a daily. Like, you know, and another friend of mine said, you know, as a footballer, they exercise. They go to gym. So this is your gym.
You're
that
right.
You're going to be doing.
You can have a natural gift, but it's not enough.
Grow it. So we sat with him, and it was really quite something. Like,
it was intense.
It was quite intense, and I was thinking, oh my God, my voice actually wasn't that. It wasn't like what I thought it was. Like, he opened my voice to doing so many other things which I'm doing now. I'm thinking, wow, I couldn't do that. Now I can do that. I couldn't do that. Now I can do that. And so in 2016, that was one rude awakening that I wasn't it.
So you also talked about the business angle.
Yeah, and so
like, so there were many gigs, and then
and so you're thinking, so what do you do when you wake up and this has to grow? So you're thinking music is not, just the music in itself. It's like, I feel like music, the creative thing, is like 10% of the 90. There is this whole side of business when you're thinking, okay, so in business, you need to brand yourself. It's not just branding of photos, who are you? What do you want people to perceive you as,
When I first heard about you and first heard your music, a lot of people had put you in the space of being a gospel artist.
Yes.
But you're not.
No.
You're really a soul artist and the Queen of Love. Hey, standard love is like, I mean, we love you, God, but so
I think,
how was that the song that broke you out?
I think that's when we started to think about, 2016 was a year also for us to think about, okay, we're talking about Queen of Love, but it's a whole range. It's a whole range. And interesting, this conversation started with God. Don't even, some people thinking, oh, God.
Was it uncomfortable for you at first?
It was, because I think at that time we had, now I want to say many things, but that time. But
there was a relationship as well.
No, there was no relationship, by the way. There's no relationship. Everyone should see Crystal's eyes. There's no relationship. No, but that conversation we started having with my manager and also other friends that we pray with and whatever, was thinking, love is big. It's God, it's relationships, it's many things.
Many things.
So why are we focused on only this? Let's spread out and speak about the whole spectrum. But also because I didn't want to be, when you put yourself in a box of, I'm a gospel artist. That's it, and that's where you put, and that's fine if that's what you want. That's what you want, but that's not what you didn't want. We didn't want that. We wanted to cut across both, whether you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're Buddhist, whatever. We're speaking about love. So Can We Stay was the first thing. So me even singing that song was uncomfortable. I was thinking, oh my God, what am I singing? But it was nice because I like challenges.
It was also liberating.
Liberating and experimenting. I remember there's a line I sang and I was thinking, oh my God, that's so sensual. I even fell on the floor. Just went on the floor and I said, oh Jesus, this is interesting. But it was such a beautiful, I think we created that song with life, and it was really nice. And I feel it's one of the songs people have really related with. And so that came out, and that caused a little rattle and waves, because my friends or the spaces, the gospel spaces that I had been in, were thinking, it's a bit sensual. That's a bit, where are you going? We're not understanding this. So it put a strain on some relationships that I had. Though it brought other relationships, but it put a strain. But also I think it helped Solome also start to stand on her own, away from what people are saying, and I'm not saying I run away from counsel or whatever. It's not that. It's just that I needed to learn how to, okay, if I get 5 people saying this, I need to sieve and say, what am I taking? What am I not taking? What's in my heart? What do I feel? So Can We Stay was one of those turning points for me in the industry.
That's very important, because I know in another interview you said that when you're starting out in this industry, you need to know who you are and what you stand for, and do what's comfortable for you. And sometimes dealing with the pressure, society, what people think or say, is a hindrance for many people, especially when you're young. It's something that sometimes comes easier with time. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, and the fact that there was the first a high,
then a dip. I think we're kind of coming out of that dip this year. I promise. 2017 was worse.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was about to ask.
Oh yeah. No, 2017 was worse. Like the money wasn't really coming through. The gigs weren't really coming through. Actually, I think there were no gigs. We had one major gig. Oh, anyway, it was just really 2017 was bad. But it was bad in terms of gigs and whatever. But on the flip side, we were learning so much about the industry. I was learning about myself. I think God has taken me on a long sabbatical of learning Solome, even away from the music.
It takes a lot of humility to know that, I mean, because you're constantly learning.
Yeah.
The moment anyone thinks they know it all,
Yeah.
I truly believe that's the beginning of the end.
Of failing. Yeah. So for me, it's a dip in terms of the business, but then for me as Solome, I've grown. I feel leaps and bounds. Being confident in who I am, knowing my weaknesses, where I know that I fail, and It has been a growth.
So, who are you as Solome? And I know you have a concert coming up, which is very exciting. So, who can we expect to see at your concert? Okay, tell us about the concert first.
Quickly, yes. So I have a concert coming up called Love Nights, and it's a space of celebrating love. It's going to be so intoxicating, like that. The air is going to be. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm done like eating a lot of chocolate. Anyway, so it's going to be music. It's going to be love music. It's going to be my new music. Apart from some music I've had, Can We Stay, All In, and so vidar. So some of that music and just other new music that I've written that people don't know about. A few covers here and there. But it's going to be just an experience. And that's what I'm going to say. An experience of love. Some people are going to go back and say, I want to love my wife one more time. Even though I don't. For some people, they may make decisions, say, maybe I'm in an abusive relationship and I need to leave. So it's going to be a whole range of emotions, but it's just a space for people to kind of just take time before you get into festive seasons. Just take time and just think about love. You could come with your person, you could come with someone, you could come with your girlfriends, but it's just a space of love and celebrating love.
You said before the festive season, so this is very soon, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to happen on November 29th. It's a Thursday. We need to keep saying that because there's so much happening in November. So Thursday, 29th November at Skies Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you talked about social media.
Yeah.
How do we find you on social media?
So I'm Solome Basuta, Basuta, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's where we are, Solome Basuta.
So are you happy with, you talked about how it's been a journey.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, let's say. And this has been a better year for you, 2018. So where do you see yourself going? I know that's always a hard question.
Taking over the world. Do I see myself going? I think for me, I think the few next years is just growing the brand of love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Growing the brand of love.
The brand of love. That each time you're thinking of Solome, you're thinking love. You're thinking I am love. You're thinking I need to love. You're thinking love, love, love. And growing that brand.
Wow.
In Uganda, in East Africa, in Africa. Love.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was lovely.